Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So there's kind of a little bit of an issue. I gotta talk to everybody about DoorDash. Beware of them. DoorDash, support, they're all scams. I just had an order today where they sent me to East Taunton, Massachusetts. It was a PetSmart order. It was 2 pickups. It was trash, all right? It was $11 for 13 miles. But I accepted it because, first of all, I can't lose my my platinum status because I'm deactivated from Uber Eats and Instacart. So I couldn't afford to lose my platinum status. But it's also the slow time, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just take it and see what happens, because I knew I would have been able to get it done pretty quickly anyway. Well, I called Dasher support because the order was sending me into like a dead-end area. It was all woods, and basically that's all they were sending me into an area that was all trees, woods, and that's it. There were houses, but that's the point. It wasn't PetSmart. It was houses, trees, woods. But the address, I'm not going to say the street name, but I'm just going to say the number 44. It didn't exist. I think the numbers went up to 13 or 15 or something like that. But 44 did not exist. So I called Dasher support and I said, the address doesn't exist. The closest PetSmart, which was Raynham, it was like 15 minutes away, but the pin on the DoorDash app said East Taunton. And that address that starts with 44 is what it said on the app. Well, I called them and I said, you know, the closest PetSmart's 15 minutes away in a different town. Can you please unassign my orders, because I cannot let it affect my completion rate, because my completion rate was at a 95. If it had been affected, I would have lost platinum, went down to a 94, whatever. She said, okay, no problem. She said, thank you for being a platinum member and things like that. You know, the things that DoorDash always tries to convince you of, thinking is a good thing. Well, she unassigned my orders. I have T-Mobile, so my connection over in that part of Taunton is really bad. So I had to hang up with her, refresh my screen, things like that. The first thing that I saw when my screen was refreshed was, you're a Silver Dasher. What? I am a Silver Dasher after DoorDash told me it was not going to affect my completion rate. So because of their mess up, the consequences fall on me? Really, DoorDash? Really? Now, I've been doing DoorDash for 4 years. Since April of 2021. And of course, I should know better than to believe anything that DoorDash support's going to say. Right? And everybody knows that completion rate is so much harder to get up than the acceptance rating, right? Everybody knows that. Even the newer Dashers know that. And if, for those who don't, completion rate is harder to get up than acceptance rate. You could do 50,000 orders and your completion rate wouldn't even budge. Not by 1 point. So this is going to be a fun journey getting myself back to platinum. I'm hoping it's going to be quick. But it's not the point. The point is, it affected my completion rate. I'm back down to a 94. And now I have to schedule again and hopefully find some areas that will let me dash for a good portion of time. So basically what this video is about is don't trust Dasher support. Do not trust DoorDash support. Don't trust anything that happens. Now, if you guys have a good completion rate like 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, whatever, then you guys can actually unassign it yourself. But because it was a pickup order and it wasn't a restaurant pickup, they don't let you unassign without affecting your completion rate, because they have set times specifically for those shopping, pickups, things like that. Food delivery, they'll let you do worry-free. Now, I mean, if my logic isn't correct, please, for those who have done it, correct me. But I've been inside stores for both for like 20 minutes, and you know, I've tried to unassign it. It still says it'll affect my completion rating. So but I'm always willing to take recommendations, suggestions, tips, anything that I still may not know. But here's a tip for everybody: please don't ever believe what Dasher Support says. So now it's the journey of getting my completion rate back up to a 95. I understand it's 1 point, but like I said, that could take weeks, that could take months. I don't know. May never happen. I don't know. So I guess all I'm gonna say now to end the video is let's hope for the best, right? Just gotta stay positive one way or another. Because positivity will always come back to you, you know. And I know it's hard to say, it's hard to hear, but at the end of the day, it's also the truth. But please don't listen to what Dasher Support says. It's kind of like Uber Eats, Instacart, Shipt, Spark. Don't listen to what Dasher Support says, because it's not going to be true. But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope this video finds you well and improves, you know, everybody's dashing experience. And let's hope for the best, right? Have a good day, all, and keep on dashing.